Hey everyone, today's video is about when you get hit by a quirk and lose your emotions. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. You never saw it coming. The battle had been chaotic, a mess of screams and destruction, as the villain unleashed their quirk on the city. You had been in the middle of everything, alongside Bakugo and Kirishima, holding your own. Then, with a snap of the fingers, everything changed. A wave of energy engulfed you. It didn't hurt. It wasn't like a punch or a blast. But it was subtle, like a blanket wrapped around your soul and smothered something inside of you. When the light faded, you were still standing, still breathing. But something was missing, something important. Wyan, Kirishima's voice reached you first, filled with panic. His strong arm steadied you as you swayed on your feet. Are you okay? What happened? He blinked at him, his crimson eyes wide with concern. Normally, the sight would have warmed you, maybe even brought a smile to your lips. Now it just felt like looking at a painting, beautiful but hollow. I'm fine, you said, but the words felt mechanical, detached. No, you're not. Bakugo snapped, storming over. His green gauntlets crackled with residual energy from the fight. That bastard hits you with their quirk. What do you feel? Pain? Nausea? Anything? You tilted your head, trying to analyze the strange emptiness inside of you. Nothing. I don't feel anything. His eyes narrowed. What the hell do you mean, nothing? I mean exactly that. You replied, your voice flat. I don't feel anything. Kirishima exchanged a worried glance with Bakugo. That's not normal. We need to get to the recovery girl soon. The diagnosis was as grim as you feared. It's a quirk that suppresses emotions. Recovery girl explained, her tone heavy. There's no telling how long it will last. It could be temporary or permanent. Bakugo cursed under his breath, pacing the small room. This is bullshit. There's gotta be a way to reverse it. Some cure. Something. Kirishima places a hand on his shoulder, trying to ground him. Katsuki. Yelling won't help. Don't tell me to calm down. Bakugo barked, his voice trembling slightly. He turned to you, his fury gaze softening in an ecstatic way. We'll fix this, you hear me? We'll fix it. You nodded, but the sight of his desperation didn't stir anything in you. Normally, you would have reached out to assure him, to tell him that it was okay. Now you just sat there, numb. I believe you, you said, but the words rang hollow, even to your own ears. The days turned into weeks, and the world seemed to dull around you. It wasn't that you stopped functioning. You still went on missions, still lived your life. But the things that once brought your joy, anger, or even sadness were gone. You were a shell of who you used to be. Kirishima tried to keep things normal. He would invite you to movie nights as he usually did, make your favorite snacks, and tell you stories from his hero work. He would laugh, his voice warm and full of life, but when you didn't laugh with him, the sparkle in his eyes would dim. Do you even like this movie? He asked one night, his voice hesitant. It's fine, he said with a shrug. I don't really dislike it. Right. His smile faltered, but he didn't push. He never did. Baku, on the other hand, was a storm. He hated seeing you like this and didn't bother hiding it. This isn't you, he said one night, his voice low and rough. He sat across from you at a table, his hands clenched into fists. You're not some emotionless robot. I don't even know what you want me to do, Katsuki. I can't make myself feel something that's not there. That's bullshit. You're stronger than this. You don't let some shitty quirk happen to you. It's not about strength, Kirishima interjected gently, placing a hand on Bakugo's arm. We have to give Wyan time. Time for what? Bakugo growled, pulling away. to watch them turn into some lifeless zombie. I'm still here, he said quietly, but neither of them seemed to hear you. It wasn't until one particularly bad mission that things came to a head. The three of you had been ambushed, the fight dragging out longer than expected. Kirishima had taken a heavy hit, and Bakugo was frantically trying to cover both your backs. You fought mechanically, your movements efficient, but lacking the passion that you once had. When it was over, the villain was subdued, and Bakugo rounded on you. What the hell was that? He shouted, his face inches from yours. You were like a damn robot out there. He didn't even flinch when Kirishima got hit. I knew he'd be fine, he said flatly. He's tough. He can handle it. That's not the damn point. Bakugo's voice cracked for a moment, and he even looked a bit broken. You don't care about him, about me, about anything. Katsuki, stop. They're doing their best, Kirishima said, his voice strained as he leaned against the wall for support. Do you even care if you get hurt? Bakugo ignored him, his fiery eyes locked on you. The question hung in the air, heavy and suffocating. He didn't answer right away, because he knew the truth would only hurt them more, but they deserved honesty, and it's not like you really cared. No, he said finally. I don't. Bakugo stumbled back as if you'd struck him, and Kirishima reached out, his expression crumbling with pain. That's not true, Kirishima said softly. You do care. Deep down, you have to. I don't feel it. I know I should, but I don't. Bakugo turned away, his shoulders shaking. This isn't fair. You're supposed to feel something, damn it. You're actually supposed to care. That night, Kirishima sat beside you on the couch, his head bowed. I miss you. I know you're still here, but it doesn't feel like you. He reached out, placing a hand in his. It was meant to be comforting, but it felt empty. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. It's not your fault. Bakugo stood in the doorway watching the two of you. We'll figure it out, Lion. I don't care how long it takes, we'll fix this. Kirishima nodded. Together. You looked at them, their love and devotion shining through the pain. You couldn't feel it, but you knew it was there, and maybe that was enough. For now. Thank you guys for listening. If you liked this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye!